Mixtapes and DVDs is my era.
Facts.
We did it better.
Yep.
Pelly leathers,
Facts.
ACG boots. We 80s babies and early 90s when it got grimy.
real.
I was out of this world, you could not find me unless you checked the lobby. Hustling was my hobby. We was lobby boys
Yep.
before Jim Jones. You could catch me in Harlem eating Jimbos. During the DVD era when 50 Cent and Cam'ron was beefing, one of the members of Dipset 50 Cent managed to keep a good relationship with was Jim Jones. Now, around the time Cam'ron and 50 Cent was beefing, it's been public information that Cam'ron and Jim Jones wasn't seeing eye to eye at the time. Now, even though Jim Jones is one of Cam'ron's most loyalist day one homies that helped put the Diplomats on the map, Jim Jones says that he knew the beef with 50 Cent wasn't serious and it would never spill into the streets. Now, you might have seen 50 Cent's live performance in New York where he brought out Jim Jones and Juelz Santana. Or you might have seen Jim Jones along with 50 Cent on Rap City doing the whole 50 Cent and Cam'ron beef. Now, even though 50 Cent and Jim Jones was getting along, it seems like over the years they grew a love-hate relationship. Now, 50 Cent and Jim Jones are taking to Instagram where the two would trade shots at one another. 50 Cent will fire shots at Jim Jones, posting a video with Jim Jones in Miami with the caption saying, "Damn, Jimmy, why you look so dirty? What the F is going on? You from Harlem, get it together." Now, that wouldn't be 50 Cent's only time getting at Jim Jones on Instagram. 50 Cent posted a video of Jim Jones while he was lifting weights, and 50 Cent caption says, "You go, girl, get it, sis. LOL, get the F out of here, Jimmy, you a punk. Get the strap." Now, Jim Jones will take the IG firing shots at 50 Cent as well, posting a picture of 50 Cent making fun of his outfit, saying, "They got my boy looking terrible. Here's what I propose. I would get you a new stylist." Now, Jim Jones will use that same picture of 50 Cent and put it side by side to a Bel Air rose bottle, saying that's what 50 Cent outfit looked like. Jimmy even went on IG and called 50 Cent out for the fade, saying, "Somebody tell 50 Cent we can shoot the fair one whenever he ready. We could do it on 42nd Street or on Southside." Now, even though Jim Jones and 50 Cent back and forth on Instagram was playful, it would be times where they post certain things that seemed like they were crossing the line. Now, a lot of things these two were saying about each other could have been taken as disrespect, but no one took offense to anything until 50 Cent mentioned Jim Jones being on a wiretap, saying he should super violate 6ix9ine in the whole Treyway federal case. Now, 50 Cent caption on Instagram about Jim Jones said, "Now, individual one, you're gonna have to tell everybody how you was on tape in court on the phone coaching Mel, the super duper violate shorty, but the feds never picked you up because you doing your job, you confidential informant." Now, after 50 Cent made this post, it seems like all the fun and games between him and Jim Jones was off. It was no more joking, and things seemed to get a little bit serious. Now, Jim Jones will fire back at 50 Cent, posting a picture of Mel Murder with the caption saying, "Melly said he doing super fine. You have to watch out for these so-called real ones that's rooting for the rats to come home and want to see the real dudes in jail. Any ninja that tries to tarnish another man's name for personal gain has to be a hoe. Why else would he have my so far down his throat?" Pause. Now, after Jim Jones posted that caption under that picture, you know that was kind of the end of the whole back and forth friendly little feud between Jim Jones and 50 Cent. You get what I'm saying? Now, get in the comments section and let me know, do you feel like 50 Cent went too far by calling Jim Jones an informant? You get what I'm saying? Like, you don't play with people's names like that if you're from the streets. You don't put no snitch allegations on nobody when you from the streets, because now you taking it too far. You playing with their name. Let me know what y'all think. Now, recently, 50 Cent was on Cam'ron podcast, Come and Talk with Flea, and Cam'ron would basically ask 50 Cent how he was able to get Jim Jones and Juelz Santana to perform with him during their beef.
You got members of Dipset to come to your show. How'd it go?
Now, if you don't know, when 50 Cent and Kim had their issues, there'd be internal issues in Dipset as well, and Juelz and Jim wouldn't be on the same page as Killer. And Jim would appear on an episode of Rap City with 50 Cent, and he'll also perform on stage with 50 alongside Joel Santana.
If Jim is going to a show and he asks me to go, especially if it's with some people that is some engineer, going to support my brother.
Now 50 Cent will basically say he took a shot in the dark. He gave Jim Jones compliments saying he was better than Cam and he was the best one in Dipset. And, you know, he finally got people to reach out to Jim Jones, and Jim Jones did it.
I just took the shot, Murder, to see, because I wasn't sure he was going to go for it. I was like, we like Jimmy better than you anyway, Cam. We want him. We want you at the show, Jimmy.
Now, Tony Yayo and Uncle Murder was with 50 Cent at this interview, and after 50 Cent explained how he got Jim Jones to do the show, Uncle Murder asked Cameron how he felt about him performing with 50, and Cameron said he felt it was over. Now, I'm not gonna lie, even though they had inner problems in Dipset, I feel like this whole move that Jim Jones made performing with 50 and Joel Santana may have really ruined Dipset, because after that whole fallout, it seemed like things never been the same between Dipset since. And when Cameron do something with Dipset, Jim Jones, Joel Santana, it seems like it's just more on the business side. Even though he's cool with them and, you know, he repping with them, you could tell it's more just business to get a bag. Now jump in my comment section and tell me what y'all think. Do y'all feel like Jim Jones and Jewels was disloyal for this, or it was just a business move because Jim Jones had the hottest record at the time, Ballin', and he just was trying to continue the momentum? Let me know what y'all feel. Do y'all feel like Jim Jones is disloyal? He did sign to Rock Nation too before Cam and Jay-Z straightened things out. Let me know in the comment section. Now, not too long ago, 50 Cent was on Cameron podcast, Come and Talk with Flea, and Cameron got a chance to ask 50 Cent how was he able to get members of Dipset to perform with him at his show. And he's speaking on a situation where 50 Cent had Jewels and Jim Jones come to his show and perform.
You got members of Dipset to come to your show. How'd it go?
Now 50 Cent will basically say he took a shot in the dark. He gave Jim Jones compliments saying he was better than Cam and he was the best one in Dipset. And, you know, he finally got people to reach out to Jim Jones, and Jim Jones did it.
I just took the shot, Murder, to see, because I wasn't sure he was going to go for it. I was like, we like Jimmy better than you anyway, Cam. We want him. We want you at the show, Jimmy.
Now, this was something that both sides actually got asked in previous interviews, and they both explained their perspective on how it all went down. You know, Jewels did a Vlad TV interview, and he explained from his perspective.
Jim is going to a show and he asked me to go, especially if it's with some people that is some engineer, going to support my brother.
And 50 Cent will get on Cameron's podcast and explain from his perspective. Now, Jim Jones did an interview that dropped today on the Respectfully podcast, and basically he asked Jim Jones about the situation of Cameron, asking 50 Cent how he got him to perform at his show. And Jim Jones basically responded by saying, "I'm just beyond my
Them niggas be on my dick, right? Because they got nothing else to think about but Capo. I did a lot for them niggas in their life. You off my dick."
Now, Jim Jones will go on and say that they ain't got nothing better to do but talk about him, and he actually did a lot for both of them. And Capo also goes on to say, like, Cameron wasn't really helping and supporting him, so he had to do what was best for him at that particular moment. Now, jump in my comment section and tell me what y'all think. Jim Jones got the gloves off. It seemed like he going at Cam, he going at 50. You know, 50 and Jim Jones got into it a few years back, and they had a little falling out. They used to go back and forth on a friendly tip, but then it got kind of serious when certain accusations and certain words was thrown, so it got kind of serious. So I know Jim Jones sure ain't get over that. And you know, he got a little situation with Cameron. They ain't really seeing eye to eye, so he on his bully, you know. But anyway, tell me what y'all think. Jump in my comment section. And if you're a fan of these old hip-hop stories, tell a friend and tell a friend about my page. Like, comment, subscribe, and hit that notification bell.